All right, legends, how is everybody doing? Let me know if you can see me, if you can hear me. Let's analyze the situation here for Bitcoin. Can we get another leg to the upside before getting a large corrective move? Of course, at some point, that corrective move is going to happen. You might ask yourself, is this the top? Are we going to correct from here? Could we get one more push to the upside? We're going to talk about the possibilities, the projections, the levels of resistance where I think we could turn around and then get that major corrective move of a few $1,000s. Now, today we do also have some news, so we want to be very cautious as we are trading in the next 30 minutes to 1 hour, as we do have some pretty nice important news in the US, of course, right now in the next 7 minutes, which is PPI, all right, coming out right now in about 6-7 minutes, guys. There's going to be a little bit of volatility potentially. We do not know how this is going to play out. However, we'll be talking about the technical analysis anyway, guys. Let's first of all talk about what was mentioned yesterday, right? There was a lot of a mixed sentiment as we were getting the inflation out, okay? It was lower than expected. We got a major dump first, and then we got a pretty nice rally for the stock market as well, okay? So we got a little bit of a trap zone, right? We dumped, then we pumped, then we dumped back down again pretty aggressively, and of course we got a major recovery on this stock market, okay, getting a significant pump, because having lower inflation than expected is bullish. But you know what the market makers do. They like to play around. They like to fool you. They will get a big drop before the price gets a big bounce, okay? So this is why we were considering the possibility of reclaiming the lows. We had one scenario which was, hey guys, you know, what if this is an impulsive move down? We're counting here, is this possibly forming 5 waves down and then we're just forming a 1, a 2, and then a 3 to the downside? We had a plan here which was, hey guys, even if we do break down the lows that we had from yesterday, if we reclaim those lows, I still believe that we are going to hit $58,800. Now, I rushed to CrossFit as we were trading at this zone, right? We got a bounce, we got a movement down. And when I came back, we had the reclaim of the lows. It was definitely a possibility. We talk about so many different scenarios, guys, and let me know if you can hear me and if you can see me, guys. Smash up the like button right away, because we got a few levels. We got a few different scenarios, guys. You might think, you know, you're absolutely crazy. We talk about so many different scenarios. We just need to know where is the best level to enter a possible short and a possible long. Preferably, I would want to see this $58,200 claimed, all right, yesterday. Despite getting a movement down, this was not an interesting zone to get into a long position. Yes, you could have catched here this small consolidation. That is not my style. I like to look at a sign of strength, a sign of weakness of the bears, and that is basically reclaiming this low right over here. For me, this reclaim, as mentioned on yesterday's video live stream, hey, if we dump and claim that low, I am interested in the possible recovery back up again. Of course, we do talk about the bearish case, right? We do talk about, hey, what if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive move? This has been a corrective move in a wave 2, and this is going to get aggressive in a third wave. Well, the moment this looks pretty good for the bulls is as soon as you reclaim this low right over here, because potentially this could have been a wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, not overlapping the first wave, and this has been the wave 5. Looking for that completion of an A, B, C, bang, off to the races, because overall on the higher time frame, we were looking for the high chance of one more wave to the upside. Come on, we can complete that 5th wave to the upside when we're looking at Elliott wave theory, right? When we're looking at the 5 impulsive moves, let's see if we can get that 5th wave. And it did happen finally, guys. Let me know anybody in the comment section that longed the reclaim, or maybe even lower levels. I got into the long position, taken 90% of the profits already from that reclaim as I was finishing my CrossFit class. I was coming up and we were just recovering from that low to pull the trigger and get into that long position exactly at this area, okay? I did not long here because I don't know if we are going to go to lower levels, right? I need reclaim of support, right? Resistance zones, reclaim them, then I can be a little bit more confident that, hey, maybe this was actually the fifth wave, right, inside of the ABC, and we are going to get that fifth wave to the upside, right, on a higher time frame, which has been happening very, very nicely. Okay, now the question is, I got on the long at 55,600. Absolute machine. You got into this consolidation. Basically, you actually catch the ultimate low level. Hey, absolutely epic. The question is, where did you have your stop loss? Because I entered right over here and my stop loss was at the lows, okay? My stop loss was round about the lows, you know, looking for the highs, 3-to-1 risk to reward. That was my trading plan as explained yesterday at the very end of the live stream where we talked about, hey, you know, if this doesn't continue down, we reclaim. I'm looking for the entry point as we recover from that low, stop loss at the low, and I'm targeting the highs, right? Happened very, very nicely in the end. But when we're trading beneath the level, yeah, I don't like it, guys. You know, this is for me kind of trying to catch. Of course, there may be some Fibonacci levels, and maybe your stop loss was, I don't know, beneath this low, or I don't know, right? For me, if I entered a long position here, I would just have to say, okay, I'm going to put stop loss round about this zone, and I am targeting the highs, right, as a take profit. Ultimate take profit, right? I think you should take, well, I'm going to tell you what I've done. I've taken 90% of profits, left a teeny position just in case we get an extra pull to the upside. But overall, this is your take profit zone. You are getting a reaction already here. We do not know if we're going to get that next push to the upside. However, it does look pretty good. I do think we could get a leg up here to try and attempt and hit 59K at least, all right? Or just slightly $59,000. I'll explain why with the waves, of course, right? It does look like that we could be forming a little bit of a kind of a contracting diagonal right over here to complete that fifth wave and then get a nasty corrective move. We'll be talking about the levels, the scenarios, the target zones if we were to get that push. And if we start pushing down from this level, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult for me to recognize if we are going to get another bounce, okay? Let's talk about the technical analysis right away on slightly higher time frames, all right? We're getting the news right now, guys. News is coming out. I'm not sure how this is going to impact. It's 0.2 PPI. Not sure how stock market is reacting to that news. It's probably going to be a big fat nothing burger. We are just not seeing very much. Look at that steady growth yesterday on the pump. So yeah, not much going on with the news at the moment. Let's see what happens in the next coming minutes. But let's focus on the levels, on the technical analysis, right? Because higher time frame, there's multiple scenarios. Has this been a corrective structure? This has been very impulsive. This has been an ABC wave. This is just a part of one wave, and then we're just forming the second wave. We're going to start dropping down. Well, there's not a clear possibility to count this as an impulsive move. It's very choppy and it's very three-wavy. You got one move down, a consolidation, which is a corrective structure here in a WXY. There's no other way to count this. There's no impulsive moves happening here, so this has to be a corrective move. And then the next leg here to the downside. So it's a very three-wavy structure. And with this movement to the upside, you're already overlapping the support level. So it really wouldn't make sense here to successfully start breaking down in the next coming days. Just because this would not make too much sense to continue to the downside. So let's just focus on lower time frames, because when it's confusing on higher time frames, right, we also got the diamond pattern, guys, right? We got that beautiful diamond reversal pattern that looks absolutely epic, guys. It looks really good, right? It does look really good. If you do see this on the picture, right, of the diamond bottom pattern, not a huge fan, but it just looks really good, where we are forming those beautiful higher highs and lower lows. And as you can see, when we've entered here, I'm not sure if my head is in the middle here. right? As we enter into the pattern, right, you form a low, then, you know, a high, then a low, then a high. So it is following very nicely. The largest spike eventually being in the middle with the highest volume. That is also very important for a diamond pattern. You need the highest volume inside of the pattern to be the center, right? The center has to be the one where it has the highest volume, and that is what you got here eventually, right? You got the spike in volume exactly in the middle, and that's what you need for that diamond pattern. So higher time frames, yeah, you got this bullish, you know, bottom reversal pattern scenario. This is really not extremely reliable. Like I explained a few days ago, you never know where the low is going to be, if it's going to create a fake out, if you're going to come back down. So it's really not a good tradable pattern, right? So what we need to focus on is on the lower time frames, and analyze the waves on the lower time frames. For me, a lot of people see the higher time frame easier. I see easier the lower time frame to trade, okay? Just like we mention every single day, the different local scenarios. Guys, we claim the low here. Come on, we formed 3 waves to the upside. Let's give it a chance. Only if the price gets back above the low, I would consider this nice pump of over $2,000. This is a relatively nice pump. So we go with scenarios and scenarios and scenarios. Maybe it won't play out. But what is clear for me is, guys, we come down. I am not interested in longing if we are beneath the low. Period. That's it. I got someone in the comment section saying I longed $55,600. So you basically longed exactly right over here. Now, maybe there were some Fibonacci confluence or a high volume node. Yeah, from this pivot, it was not 50%. From this pivot, yeah, just really kind of catching, right, the low right over here. I'm not sure if we do have any high volume node. I mean, if you can manage risk, accept that if the price just continues down, then I'm not, you know, if you put a stop loss here, I don't know. I really don't know. I cannot long here. I just cannot long just purely based on stop loss. I would rather see a reclaim of the low and then say, okay, you know, I'm looking, this looks pretty good. This is why you will not see me longing, you know, from a major bottom, right? I get into the reclaim of the lows, very much accepting that, you know, realizing that we could get that movement to the upside. So when we're breaking down in a falling knife, yeah, we formed a little consolidation, but I don't like it. I don't like longing here. I like to long the reclaim of the low, right? We get above the level, bang, sniper long. That's where I want to get in. And then stop loss eventually at the low, and not even the low. If you start moving down and breaking down back below this level, it's just will not be looking too great. So yeah, round about the low in this case, you need the reclaim to push out very, very aggressively. So let's talk about price is getting a little bit of dumpy at the moment, little bit of a corrective move, nothing too serious. Let's talk about different scenarios here, guys, because I would be surprised if the price gets a very strong pullback from this level. When we are speculating right now, could it be a truncated 5th wave, right? Where we have finished the 5th wave here. Sometimes you do, guys. Sometimes the 5th wave, we know the deal. It creates a double top scenario. And the corrective structure from an impulsive wave to the upside, to the downside, the ABC corrective move, most of the times, not sometimes, or, you know, it's most of the times, usually comes down to the 4th wave, okay? This is a target zone that I am looking at for the next coming days. Now, the question is, we're getting the dump right now. We're getting a bit of a dump. Seems like S&P 500 as well. Got a bit of a wiki here to the upside. And right now, bit of that volatility based on the news that we got out. 0.2% on PPI, volatility kicking in. Let's analyze the situation right now, because I think that this hasn't been the top, even though, yes, guys, okay, I would say it's an acceptable short. I did not get into the short, but hey, this is the classic strategy, right? Where you form 5 waves. We know 5th wave is going to top out at some point, and it's very likely going to, claim the bottom of the 4th wave, which is basically looking at this area. So the question is for me right now, is this the top? And I'm going to say no. I think no. I think we could get that push to have an attempt in hitting 59K. Even though the price is coming down right now, okay, not to worry, still not to worry just yet. But, yeah. Something that I was speculating today with the Legends trading community, something that was in the speculation was a contracting diagonal, right? Which is basically this being the 1 wave, 2, 3, 4. We were looking at a possibility of forming, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here in a kind of a contracting diagonal. That would have been the ideal scenario. If we were to get a bounce right now from this zone, the only scenario that we would have would be an expanding diagonal, unless we do create, okay, let me just get a channel here, just say for speculation, we do form a higher low here at some point, right? Obviously, we do not have the low just yet, but just say for speculation that we do form a low here at some point, right? What we would want to see is the next high not reach the top of the channel, right? Just say that this does form, okay, a higher low at some point and it gets a bounce. This is why for me, I don't want to long here. I really do not want to long. And there is one main reason why, guys, I would not long here. Even though, yeah, we could speculate on a expanding diagonal form, 5 waves up. As long as we're maintaining above this low over here, there is a possibility in forming a higher low. And then we can look at an expanding, right? The main reason why I did not want to long anywhere here, even though I expect higher, is because we have finished business already, right? This is finished business. When we talk about the long setups from yesterday, right? We were just talking about long, I'm looking for the long. Let's see if we do, even though if we do, I got stopped out at break even from a long trade I was in this area. Had the volatility and said, look, if we do claim the low and we get back above, I will get into a long position, right? Just keeping it simple. Keep the strategy simple, not hope. If we would have bounced from here, stopped out at break even, I missed the trade. I say, hey, I prefer to reclaim the low, get back above it and get into the long. If that doesn't happen, I'm not trading. I'm not getting into the trade. I do not know if it's going to break down successfully. I do not know if after getting this movement down, there was high probability in claiming the low in the end, just because the lows were claimed here from these wicks, right? So I had a plan and we stick to the plan. If this doesn't happen, I'm just not getting into a trade. So that happened. We got the low, got back above, and that was the trigger. That was the trigger. So right now, the main reason why this long position yesterday was so juicy, it was so nice, if we would have reclaimed, which we did, and then got the rally up here, that was the overall plan, get above, was because the main reason why this scenario was looking so good, guys, to claim the highs, obviously profits taken here, most of the profits taken, this could be the top, and we're coming back down to the lows. Whoever longed here and has not taken most of the profits here, that's your responsibility, right? I'm 90% out from that trade on bluffing and on other exchanges. But if we, the main reason why, like I mentioned, I do not want to long here, even though I'm looking at this as, okay, it does look like we should be forming one more wave, either in an expanding diagonal, a contracting one, it doesn't matter. But I do not want to long here because we've already come and hit the highs. You're longing into a test of liquidity already, right? It's like, no, I want to look for shorts right now. I already longed this yesterday, made some really nice profits. I don't want to push it. I do think that we could go to higher levels, but longing here is like, come on. We've already tested this high, right? It's like, do we have a reason to push through? Is there a reason? Well, I mean, looking at the waves here, it does make sense that we could be forming a higher low, but I don't want to risk it. Me personally, I want to be already in the long position and taking profits. And that is because we've already gotten above this high. The whole game plan of longing was to claim this high because on Tuesday, we did not claim that high. And this is what makes it so damn beautiful. It's like lower high here. We come down and test the lows of the range. Absolutely, I'm interested in longs here, and I'm interested in longs if this creates a failed breakout because we did not test the highs here. You test the highs here. I don't want to push it here with the longs, right? It's like, come on. We've already finished business. The business here has been finished, so we already got the move here. So this is why longing right now would rather prefer to look for shorting positions. And if this is the top, and it turns out to be the double top and we break down right now to the lows, then I miss the short position. I miss the short position because I have better levels to the upside that I can get into an extreme high probability trading setup. So shorting here, for me, not that interested at the moment. You know what would be nice? For me, and it would end up, unless, right, if just say that we form a higher low here, right, just for speculation, I don't know what the heck is going to happen. But if we form a higher low here and we get the push to the upside from this low yesterday, we will be having 1, 2, 3 peaks, right? And that is when I can speculate either in a contracting diagonal, which is still very much possible because even though that you do have this movement down very aggressively, you could still form a slight higher high getting to 58,700, right? 800, as long as it's not going to be like a channel, it could still be contracting. And what I will be counting here is 1 wave, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. This is the zone that I would like for a short position. And that is where we're going to come into right now. Where is the resistance? Where is the strongest resistance zone? A lot of the times, wave 5s do end up being a kind of a double top, kind of a truncated, right? A lot of the times they end up in a failed auction, right? Or a double top. In this case, it's very double toppy. You just slightly got above the highs of a few $100s from this high. So I'm going to say it is possible. It is possible that the price could reject, but there's better levels. And there is a possibility of this fifth wave forming either an expanding, right? Preferably contracting, because expanding is much rare. Preferably a contracting diagonal. One more wave here, and then you've completed the fifth wave, and you've had 5 waves inside of the fifth wave. Then I am looking for the short. And the best level of confluence that I do have is so obvious. It's so damn obvious. The biggest level of resistance where I know that the price has extreme high probability in rejecting, getting a reaction, even though if it's a few $100 dump, I can get in, I can protect position, I can make some quick profits. It could double top, I could re-enter again. It's simple. Just follow that plan, follow that level of confluence, and you will be just fine. You will be just fine. Right now, very difficult. I would rather not do anything. If it dumps down to $1,000 or $2,000, I'll just have to say I've missed the short. But I got into the long yesterday, so it doesn't matter. It would be a no trade for me, and that's it, right? no trade sometimes is a good trade, right? Instead of trying to catch the movement down and not have a proper strategy. So what is the biggest level of support that we do have? For me, it is simple. It is, first of all, analyzing the entire range that we do have between late February till today. Over 5 months of price action, right? 5-6 months of price action. Almost 7 months, to be honest, right? If we do take a look at the value area low where it's sitting exactly, it is at $59,000. This value area low. But not only that, and we could correct from here, guys. Like I said, I could not care less. I would just say, guys, I missed the short position. It ended up in a truncated fifth wave, right? Double top scenario, and it is what it is. We could be coming down all the way down to the fourth wave, which is a classic zone for the corrective move, right? Either in the A wave or either in a boom, boom, lower high or an ABC flat and then back down, claim the lows here that we did have from yesterday below 55,500. It is the most common target, right? So the question is right now, can we form a higher low, get one more high, and then come down to that level? Or are we going to come down to the level in the next coming hours, right? Or in the next coming, couple of days? That is my question right now, right? I am aware that we've finished business here. Will we come down to hit this low now? Or can we get one more push to around about 59K, max 60K? I wouldn't think we would get to $60,000 personally. And I'll explain why right a minute. And then get the dump down, right? Then maybe forming a 1 wave, a 2 wave, and a 3 wave and start breaking out. Or form an ABC, right? Still continue here in a very complex 3 wave, 3 wave, 3 wave, 3 wave, till we get to the end of the diamond pattern, right? And then we're like, okay, then we'll analyze the situation. But this would be very, very speculative that this is going to happen, of course. But we just need to go with the next waves, right? Which is the most important move on Bitcoin, on any asset when you're doing technical analysis. Which is the most important move? The next one. The next one is always the most important move, right? The next move is always the most important one. So for me, it's pretty clear. For me, it's extremely clear. I know that we are going to hit this low over here at some point. My question is, will we see this as a double top and come down there in the next couple of days? Or can we have one more move up and then start correcting down very aggressively? And I am betting, right? I'm not betting anything at the moment, but I am on the side that we are very likely going to get one more push to the upside, forming a higher low here at some point, and then get the big corrective move. That is what I believe, because I like the levels. I like the waves here. I can be completely wrong, but that is what I like. And I'm going to trade what I like and what I want to see, because I know how to trade it and I know how to get into the trade and how to be defensive and where to put my stop loss and where am I targeting, right? The good thing about this trade, it's targeting down here. This low is going to be hit at some point today, tomorrow, in 3 days. I don't know. It's going to be hit. So that is a target zone. That's my next take profit. Just like yesterday that we said, look, if we create a failed auction and we get back above, I know where to take profit. If you did not take profit and the price suddenly dumps down here because we formed a double top, it's like, man, you know, it's pretty clear that you need to take profit, especially if you're getting this reaction throughout the last few hours, right? It's simple. It's easy to understand. If you haven't taken profits here at the 58,200 as we were claiming this high, it's your problem, right? It's a pretty clear zone to take profit. It's actually a level to start looking for a short, right? Taking shorts into consideration. But I don't like the short just yet. And if it starts breaking down very aggressively, I'll have to say, look, I missed the short. I missed it. What I do not like about this is if we lose this low, could we lose this low over here and look for a higher low? Right? Could we form higher lows here? Because this is your structure higher low, okay? Could we form a higher low? Because, yeah, there is... What I don't like about this is it's very three-wavy when we take a look at the lower time frames, right? It's very three-wavy. There's no way I can count here a 5. This is why I am speculating that we're not going to lose this low. It's going to find some kind of support here. We could check the CVD divergence. It would be absolutely epic if we were to form lower lows on CVD, which I don't think is going to be the case. I'll go through, the CME gap as well is very important. CME gap. Without a doubt, I do think that CME gap is very possibly going to get filled, okay, at some point. Let's take a look at that because this is something that I wanted to talk about as well. CME gap, legends. Let's see if we do get this loaded. My goodness. Come on. Come on, load already. My goodness. Yeah, anyway, I do have it here actually on the object tree. The gap is there somewhere. Yeah, we got it all the way down here. It's very far away. It's very far away. If the price were to come all the way down there to fill the gap, my goodness, it would come all the way down to the 7.8 at least, right? Yeah, 7.8 Fibonacci. I would still be interested in a long, okay? The gap is all the way down here below, around about $54,000. As we've formed 5 spikes here, right? 3 spikes to the upside. I would still consider that we could form a higher low here after filling the CME futures gap, and this low to not be taken and then get a leg up. Either in a 3-wave. I mean, that is extremely, extremely speculative. This is something that we have to analyze once we get down there, okay? I'm not saying that this is going to happen or any, but I would be interested very much in believing that, hey, if we fall down in a 3-wave structure here, I just have to say, guys, I'm bullish. We filled the CME futures gap. We're above the 7.8, classic for a wave 2 or a wave B, right? And, possibly form the next leg to the upside, either in a 3-wave structure or a 5-wave structure. Anyway, it's very, very speculative at the moment. We'll cross that bridge once we get there and we'll analyze the situation. Let's focus on what happens here locally. Let's talk about some internal levels because now we're dropping, right? And I am hoping, based on my short-term analysis, that could be a bunch of BS, right? It's probably not playing out. Which is this higher low is gonna be maintained, right? We're gonna form a higher low here, and we're gonna form one more high, just so we have 3 peaks in a 5-wave structure, either in an expanding or in a contracting, right? Just to complete that 5 waves to the upside. But what if we break down? Andy, your analysis is wrong. It's a bunch of BS, and we've broken down. And like I said, I'm not interested in the long here at the moment, even though I do see the high possibility. Are we forming insane bullish CVD divergence? Because that would be ideal, right? The ideal scenario here would be forming extreme good bullish CVD divergence, which is not the case, right? From this pivot right there, I want to see lower lows. My goodness, we are very far away in forming bullish CVD divergence from this pivot. So it's not happening. We're forming higher lows as well on the CVD. So unfortunately, that is not the case, which is not giving us that help. Guys, I need to ask a favor here because I see the like button is like extremely laggy, okay? The like button does not get the push. Come on, guys. We provide education, different scenarios, where the heck I would enter a position and where I would put my stop loss, just like mentioned yesterday. We talk about the bearish cases as well, of course. We talk about multiple things, right? Things can change very quick. What happened yesterday? We got the movement down. Guys, if we get a move down and we get above, we have a projection target. This is where we're topping out. Come on, legends. I do my best here to come and find the opportunities, the highest probability moves and risk management so we can defend our capital, guys. Don't get too greedy. Know exactly to recognize where we're wrong, where to put stop loss, where we're projecting. Come on, guys. I need a little bit of help here because if not, I'm gonna quit YouTube, guys. It's you know, there's some YouTube channels that just disappear out of nowhere and like, hey, where did you go? I don't think I will do that because I'll have a lot of spare time and I can do this. But if I don't see the love, I know there's a lot of people that love me, guys. I know, okay. I'm just saying, right? I just see other people getting more likes than me, and that is not fair. And I'm really trying my best here to bring the different scenarios and possibilities live. And I need some love, guys. Okay? I need a little bit of love. I love you. You need to love me. Let's go. Let's smash up the like button. XRP pumping. We can take a look at that right away in the next couple of minutes. But let's focus here on the different scenarios. So, in a nutshell, guys, we could break down. I do not know if that's going to happen. I wish I did. I know there is a possibility as we finish business. If we form a higher low here, without claiming this low, if it does happen, if we had bullish CVD divergence, it would be looking good. For the moment, it ain't looking that great. So let's go with this scenario first of all. If we form a higher low here and the price pushes up, right? Let's say that this happens. This is going to be the zone that is going to be looking very interesting to then look for the price to come down to this low. Okay? It might break down from here. It might do so. I missed the short. It is what it is. But that is what I want to see, to look for a possible short trade. Like mentioned before, we have the value area low of the entire range between February and September till today. It's at $59,000. What else do we have at $59,000? We have this beautiful consolidation that we had on the 3rd of September that is giving us that naked point of control. I'm not sure if the price will manage to hit that level. Okay? It would be nice. It would be nice. It will be looking more like an expanding diagonal, which would be extremely rare, but it's possible. We have to say it's possible, right? If that were to be the case, because there will be 5 waves here created. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then start correcting down in the next coming days to fill the CME futures gap, to get to the pivot low. I mean, I'm targeting this low over here. It's a big move of over $3,000. Over $3,000. I want to be in that short. I really want to be in that short. So I'm going to remain patient, and I'm just going to be waiting for what I want to see on the chart. So if we were to get that movement to the upside, this is definitely something that could happen. Note that there is still a lot of liquidity above us. There is, there's still quite a bit of liquidity at the $59,000 range. There is still quite a bit here. I mean, let's go to the weekly time frame. Yeah, look at this. We do have quite a lot of liquidity here. Still above 58,500. Let's get that push to 59, right? K, or 59.2 or 58.8. It doesn't matter. Let's sweep up that last liquidity. Let's get people shorting the market, believing that this is going to be the double top and we're going to roll over. Let's get that last push to the upside and then get the epic pullback. Let's do that, please, Bitcoin. That's what we want to see. Most of the people are going to believe that this is the double top, which it could be, right? Oh, we tested the highs. It's getting exhausted. Boom, 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 boom. Short, 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 short. We're going to roll over. And then you get, bang, a pump to 59K. It would be nice, right? It would be nice. That would be, maybe it's going to break down here, but it would be nice, right? That would definitely make sense. It would make sense that, okay, you're rolling down, you're getting people bearish, you're getting people shorting, you got a lot of liquidity still here. Get that last push so we can finish that one more leg to the upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bang. Get the movement down. Let's get it. Let's get it. That naked point of control, which is sitting right over here, that nice high volume node that we have from the 3rd of September, is where we have a daily level as well. It's a daily level. We know what happens with daily levels, guys. We can zoom out to the daily level. Let's zoom out and take a look at the daily levels, guys. Daily levels. What happens when we hit a daily level? A daily close and open that has not been tapped with the price action from the next few days. What happens? It usually acts as resistance. Look at this. It pumped just $150 above that daily. Then it rejected over $1,000, right? It did reject from that daily. We got an untapped daily level. And this untapped daily level is where we have the value area low from the entire range of March and September. And we got a naked point of control, right? It's a high volume node on the volume profile. This would be epic. Like, it would be the stars aligning, right? The planets aligning right there for a beautiful 5 waves up, expanding diagonal right over here. Boom, boom, bang. And that's it. Then we could say, legends, we have completed the 5th wave. And if we do take a look at target zones of a 5th wave, where we can get the 3rd wave top to the bottom of the 4th wave, and usually it's in between the 1, 2, 3, 6 and the 1, 6, 1, 8, right? So this would be the area which is kind of there, right, to finish these 3 peaks. It would be the ideal scenario, guys. I mean, I'm going to wait for this. If we roll down from here, I'm happy to say, guys, I'm sorry. I missed the short. We did not get the pump. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I am not the best. I tried to, but it did not happen. I'm sorry. Okay? I really am. We're looking at different plans, guys. We can only create some plans. Those plans, we need to have a plan B, right? What would be plan B? Let's try and figure out plan B, legends. Let's figure out plan B. Because that would be the epic short, right? That would be the epic short. Let's take a look at plan B. I mean, this could still be contracting. I think it could be expanding. We don't know. We don't know. It will maybe break down. So let's just go with a bearish case. Anyway, what I would like to see, okay, what I would like to see, the best level would be the naked point of control, the daily, to get the movement up and get the reaction and take it as a swing failure pattern, right? You get above it, you get beneath it, trigger the short, stop loss at the high. This could be a little bit tricky. You might come up, you might double top right there. It won't be easy, just like the one yesterday. This was the long in zone, but what happened? It got the tricky bit, right? It trapped everybody, got the dump, and then got the rally. So this is the zone where, hey, a lot of people will know that this is the strongest level. A lot of people will want to short $59,000, like everybody from you in here. What could happen is the classic double top, get that wick, like local double top, stop everybody out, and then leaves without you, right? This is what happened yesterday. I got stopped out at break even, but then I said, you know, you got above the low. You know, we want this high. We want this high to be taken. You ain't leaving with me. Luckily, I just managed to jump into the long position after my CrossFit session. And it was very good. It was very, very good indeed. It finally happened, but I probably would have missed it if I just didn't check the chart after the CrossFit session. So managed to jump in. That is what I would want to see, guys. We want to be very cautious. This is without a doubt, you'll be forming 3 peaks for that 5-wave move. It's going to be very interesting. Take it with a pinch of salt. You reject from it. If you break through here, which I think is unlikely, and go to 60K and 61K, I think that is just unlikely. It's going to top out at some point. I don't think it will explode out, but if it explodes out from this level, guys, there's just no short to be taken, right? It's like here, right? If we break down, I'm not long in here. I'm long in here, the reclaim. So the same scenario, if we get above this level, I'm going to short beneath it. If we get move up, I'll probably get stopped out. And if we double top from that level, then I'll short the double top from here. And I'll be shorting beneath the level and the stop loss at the high. And then what I want to see, obviously, is that corrective move down. So yeah, we just manage risk and be aware that you could get wicked out from local double tops. But that is the level without a doubt. The strongest level is right there. Daily level, the value area low between March and September. Naked point of control from the volume profile here of this day. It would be absolutely perfect. It would be absolutely perfect regarding Elliott wave theory. Finish that 5th wave where it needs to finish, which is in between the 236, right? And the 1.618 from the 3rd wave top to the end of the 4th wave. That is the zone that you want it to finish. That is where you have the highest confluence level. You will be finishing 3 peaks here for an expanding, ascending, broadening wedge if you wish as well, and then get the breakdown. So that would be in the ideal world, guys. Trading is never always like that, but that would be absolutely beautiful. That would be the perfect scenario. That would be the perfect scenario. So this is the interest zone, guys. If we were to break down from here, let's talk about plan B's, guys. That would be the plan A to get into the short. If we break down from here, I have to say that we broke down. That did not happen, guys. I was wrong about the analysis. But not to worry. Just have to say, you know, we've missed the short, right? However, I haven't really gone through comment section. Guys, I'm really sorry. And I do want to attend a CrossFit session, but I just want to get all those potential scenarios and updates, guys, and possibility trading setups. Just get them ready for you guys, right? It's like, hey, here you go. Here you go. This is what I'm looking at. This is what I would be interested in trading. There you go. You have it on the plate, right? So, yeah, anybody that is interested in trading these scenarios, managing risk, you know the deal, bluffing, great exchange. You got Bybit as well. It has 6 days left. This probably will renew, but you got a $500 airdrop position, guys. This is a $500 US tether position that you can trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, sign up with a link and just follow the steps. Complete the airdrop task, claim your voucher, use your airdrop voucher, which is a $500 position, right? Anybody that is, wanting to trade with $500, you have it right there just by signing up with the link down below, guys. You can claim that voucher and have a $500 position and keep the profits, right? If you do profit from that position, you can keep the profits from that free money that is given to you, guys. Check out Bybit. And if you could not sign up for Bybit based on whatever reason, KYC, there's a no KYC platform which is bluffing. I think the 10% cashback has is not available at the moment, but you'll be getting the best bonus regardless. Yeah, it was just finishing today on the 12th of September, but you will be getting the best bonus that there is available anyway by signing up, okay? So let's talk about the next bonus, the next scenario. Say that I'm completely wrong. We're not going to get that wave. It's extremely important to realize, guys, the reaction from here. I would consider maybe the 59,000 range is not going to be hit. What I need to consider is a contracting as well diagonal, right? What if the price does not break out and hit $59,000? This is where you need to come with the next trading plan, okay? This is where it's extremely important to come with the next scenario. If we do create a pump to the upside above this wave, right? Above this wave that we formed today, hitting $58,500. And we create a failed auction. We've already got the 3 peaks. I prefer this scenario for the short, because then what happens, guys, is that we're waiting for the $59,000, right? It happens to me a lot of the times. I'm waiting for the level to be hit, waiting, and then the price just doesn't reach it and it gets the drop, right? It's like, been waiting all day for this level to be hit and I, just didn't get into the trade. So I need to consider that if we do get above today's highs and it creates a failed auction, we've already got the 3 peaks here. So I would really kind of be interested in the possibility of a short. Preferably, I would want to see the naked point of control hit and then look for the reaction, right? Then I can manage risk. That would be the ideal scenario, but maybe it's going to front run it, right? Maybe it's not going to reach that level if we were to get the pump, right? So I would consider a failed auction from here. So it's very much possible. And the main reason why is because we'll have 5 peaks already, right? That I'm happy with the 5 peaks, 3 peaks to the upside, which is 5 waves. So let's just say that we get a pullback down from here. None of your analysis is playing out, Andy. We're not going up. What if we break down? I would be extremely skeptical here on the possibility of a long position. We have the point of control from this range of the last few days, which is sitting at 56,900. We're just kind of sitting at the value area high of this trading range of the last 2-3 days. It kind of wants to hold. I do believe it will hold. I personally don't want to get into a long position here. I would rather look for shorts. The long already happened yesterday. That's fine. I don't want to be the last guy holding long in here. I'm very much aware of the drop and being wrong here with the analysis. So I really don't want a long here. This is not the greatest level to get into a long for me personally, even though I want to see the price forming a higher low and claiming the highs. But yeah, I would rather look for the shorts at these levels of resistance, because I could be completely wrong here and we're just getting the drop. Is the point of control a good level? Yeah. Very, 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 very skeptical on the high volume node here. Let's take a look at Fibonacci from this pivot low to the pivot high. Yeah, not too happy. I just wouldn't. I'm just very much aware of this level being hit. I'm very much aware of that low being hit. which is the fourth wave. It's classic after a fifth wave. Of course, the price is going to bounce at some point. It is going to bounce at some point, but I'm really not that interested in longs after hitting this high. When we get this pullback, if we do lose this low, yeah, guys, it's just I would rather wait for the drop, form a little bit of a range, and then analyze the different waves and scenarios where we could get into a double bottom long or whatever. But value area low of this entire trading zone, it's like in the middle of no man's land regarding Fibonacci. Yeah, it's just there's really not much here that I can say that I would be interested. I'm just very much aware that the price could drop to this pivot low. This for me would be a dangerous zone for longs. I just don't like the longed here, being aware that this low could be hit. Not gonna be easy. I don't see a clear long setup. Yesterday it was clear. Claim the low, get back above, guys. I'm targeting this high. Right, this is the beauty when we do see clear levels to get into a long or a short, but I don't see this a clear area. So yeah, if we start dropping, it's going to be difficult. Just understanding that we have finished a bit of a movement up here. And yeah, I don't see a good reason to look for longs here. I don't see a good reason without claiming this low, because we've kind of finished business already here today with this movement up. So yeah, anyway, let me go right away. XRP trust sounds good. XRP pumping, got someone saying XRP is pushing. Let's take a look at XRP. We got a lot of XRPs here in the comment section. What's going on with XRP? XRP is pumping. Come on, guys. I thought we were going to see an epic pump of 50% or something like that. It ain't pumping. You liars. Look at this. It's in a big fat range. I thought we were going to see a pump like this. It's pumping a little bit, okay? It is pumping. It's getting a bit of a push. Only joking, guys. It is getting a bit of a push. Yeah, not much. I'm not going to do analysis here because it's just going to take ages. We ain't doing an altcoin analysis. We're focusing on Bitcoin. It's already hard to trade one asset. Never mind trading different ones. Let's continue here with the comment section. But yeah, I'm going to keep it simple here, legends. I really would be very skeptical in longing anywhere here. Point of control, value area low. We've already formed kind of 5 waves up here. Could this be a kind of a flat scenario where we formed an A, B, C, and then we're going to get a next big push up? I don't think that is going to be the case based on the timing. That will not be the case. Very unlikely. Very, very, very scared. I'm going to say that hopefully this level is going to hold. Hopefully this value area high of this trading range is going to hold. It has to hold. And we need to create one more high. Be it 58,500 or 59,000. I don't care. But this should be the zone where the price should top out. Not here. With this 3-wave structure, not here. Come on, let's try and hold here and get the push. And if we break down, I would just have to come to the conclusion of, yeah. I mean, it's very 3-wavy. It's very 3-wavy, right? And then just a lower high and dump. It does look like that we should be creating at least one more push up. Anyway, that's how I see it. That's how I see it, guys. Maybe you see it differently. But I would be very, very cautious if it does drop here, right? Could we double bottom from here, right? Form a net. form a kind of an SFP. I don't like it. I don't like it. I wouldn't like it. I really would not like it. If you get back inside successfully the value area from the last few days, I'm not going to like any longs here, If it does start dropping very aggressively, I'm just going to be very, 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 very cautious. Very, very cautious. I don't like it. I don't like any. We'd have to form a little bit of a range, and then say, okay, guys, we've got good levels here, and then analyze the situation. So if we break down from this low, I'm just not going to like it. I'm not going to like it. I really hope that the price does get one more push up, and then I want to see the corrective move from this daily level naked point of control, right? Swing failure pattern, we're getting acceptance back below, double top, it doesn't matter, well, not as big, but anyway, double top scenario, boom, move down. That would be the ideal scenario, or even a failed auction from the highs that we created today. And then we have a beautiful, right, expanding, right, broadening wedge, expanding diagonal, and then we analyze the situation for then the leg down in the next coming days. Fill that CME futures gap, get bearish again, right? So that's what I'm looking at here, legends. Let's take a look at the comment section. Say hello to the rest of the community. Litecoin. What about ADA and Polkadot? In my opinion, it looks really good. Yeah, DOT. All of these altcoins, guys, a lot of them seem like they're dead, but I think they're at great accumulation levels, right? I mean, if you want to buy at low levels, we are at 2023 levels, right? We are at bear market low territory. Last time we hit these levels in 2023, the price did get a really nice pump of over 100% in the case of Polkadot. So yeah, any of these lows, it's just like a spring point. I think these are epic zones. $4, $3. They're epic zones for accumulation. I don't see the price successfully breaking down and going to $1, right, or 50 cents. It's just not going to happen. This is probably going to test it one more time, get a bounce. Maybe you get a retest in the next coming months, but overall, you're looking at something like this in a nutshell. It's just it's crystal clear that the question is, how long are we going to be sitting around in this area of $3 and $4? It might be many, many months. So it's just a game of being patient. But this is already great levels to be buying, guys. Right? I'm sure back in March, February, a lot of people would have wished that they bought here. Nobody wants to buy down here, right? This coin looks dead when you're looking at this, guys, right? And let's just get the replay, right? Who wants to buy this, right? When you regardless of the technical analysis and all of this lines on the chart, you might think, you think I want to buy this? Do you think I want to buy this? This is dead. This got the bull market. It's over, guys. It's over. It's over. I'm not buying this at $4. Screw you. Look at this. It's dead. Well, eventually it was not dead. It was very far from being dead. It was extreme good levels to buy because the price recovered very nicely after a few months, right? So same kind of scenario is happening right now, in my opinion. It's just probably going to take several months to find that bottom formation, right? And this is basically where we are right now. We are back down at the lows. How long is this going to take to be in a big fat range? It's probably going to be several months, but it's already great buying levels, in my opinion. Right? Because then you're going to get that pop, and the next pop is probably going to be stronger than this pop that we had a few months ago. It's just, so anyway, yeah, it's just keeping it simple as an investment. We ain't going to take a look at trading, technical analysis and trading setups. I have enough with Bitcoin. No old projects for me. I mean, that is a good point. Old projects do pump back in on altcoin season, okay? However, I think it's smart to get into AI and new projects, right? RWA, real world asset tokens, right? New projects. I think it's very, very good because newer projects that have been created this year have a better risk to reward most of the times. However, you are going to get that pump. The thing about old coins from previous cycle, the question is, will it manage to reach their previous all-time high? I believe that L1 projects, a lot of them will reach all-time high, such as Solana, right? Ethereum. Some of the ones, it's like, will Polkadot, after the inevitable rally that's going to happen at some point in the next 6, 12, 18 months, give or take, will it manage to reach all-time high? That is the question. The pump will come and you will be making 3, 4, 5x, but you will be greedy and you will want all-time high to be hit and you will be wanting to make 20, 30, 40x, and 5x was not enough for you, right? Because you turned $2,000 into $10,000, and that is not enough for you. You want to be a crypto millionaire, right? Well, these are not really the tokens. These are not the crypto projects there to do that, unless you're putting $100,000 or $200,000. Then yeah, you can make a couple of million. Without a doubt, you will. But the question is, for these kind of projects, will we hit all-time high? That is the main question. I would be already taking some profits when the price starts hitting 50% 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 Fibonacci, because you know what happened with XRP, right? You know what happened with XRP on the previous cycle. It did not hit all-time high, guys, right? We did not reach the previous all-time high from 2017, right? And this is the thing. And there is thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that hold XRP and are extremely bullish on XRP and have been extremely bullish for XRP throughout the last 4, 5, 6 years. They never got the all-time high, guys. This is just it is what it is. There's still a lot of people hoping for that scenario. But XRP would not be a coin that I would just buying and wish that we are you're kind of wishing that is gonna happen. It has to happen. It has to happen. It does not have to happen, right? So this is the situation, right? This pumped on the previous cycle all the way up in between 50% and 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗫 Fibonacci. I would really consider to take profit on that pump if that were to be the case on Polkadot, because we do not know if you are going to be hitting all-time high, right? On Polkadot. The pump will happen. You will be making profits. The question is, will you be taking profits before the price tops out here or gets to all-time high? It really depends on the investor. I will be getting the heck out on a lot of altcoins that I have just after a 5, 6x. I will be getting the heck out with a large sum of the position, because this is what happened to me on the previous cycle. I just did not take enough profits. You get greed. You're having massive amounts of profits, on your portfolio, unrealized profits, and did not take enough profit. So XRP army, yes, XRP no bueno, says Mariela. That is right. XRP is dead forever. BTC moves. Absolutely, yeah. BTC is the one. Reef is getting a bit of a move. I do have some Reef on my portfolio that is kind of just there in the dust. But Reef did get some interesting pumps the last few days. Reef did, there's some life. There is some life in Reef. I'm kind of break even at the moment with Reef. I did buy around about this 0.02 cents, so it's still slightly in a loss. I haven't been buying throughout the last few weeks. But it has got a significant rally reef of over 200% in the last week. But yeah, that is pumping out. This is why, you know, a lot of the coins that are at bear market lows from 2023, bring it on, guys. You know, I think it's a good zone to accumulate many altcoins. You are at rock bottom levels from the bear market of 2023. It's like it's the zone where you want to buy up. BTC is starting to dump. Well, it's starting to pump as we speak now. A bit of a dump and pump. We are holding that value area high of this trading range of the last few days. I don't like it for a short. I don't like it for a long. Well, I mean, if anything, I would say a long here, right? It's the pullback. We got a pullback. This is an old daily level, so we can get this off the chart. I'm going to lean on the possibility that we could hold this. I don't want to long and I don't want to short. I want to short higher if possible. I am aware of the dump. I am aware of the pump. What I do know that this is a zone that I would like to look for the short, either here or either the failed auction from this high of today. That is what I know that I would want to do. Right here, I don't really want to do anything because it could actually dump. And the main reason why is because we've hit the highs here from last Monday. This is already finished business. So it's like there's no real reason to long here for me right now just because we've hit the highs today from Monday. It's like, yeah, you want a clear target, which would have been this high. But yeah, I'm leaning on an expanding diagonal. I'm still leaning on that possibility, or either a contracting one or an expanding one. I don't really care, but you know, I am looking for that possibility, an ascending broadening wedge kind of structure, or if not, a double top, and we're looking for that possible contracting one, right? Still possible, but I would love to see 5 peaks here. And that is when I would be interested. Short failed auction, or you get the massive pump up and you're forming an expanding one, right? You're forming a little bit of an expanding 5 waves here. And you manage to hit the $59,000. And then look for the short, because then, yeah, you got the megaphone pattern, if you wish. And you got the possible major dump down, you know, the width of the megaphone. But yeah, I would be even targeting all the way down here. But I really want to. I know the levels, guys. I know the levels. The question is, will we hit those levels? I want to believe so that yes, we could get up there. So I'm just going to remain patient, set the alerts on the chart, wait for the levels to be hit, and short or long trade your trading plan. My plan is this one. I got the alert set already on other exchanges, so I don't need this one here on my analysis chart. Bullish CVD on bullish CVD for spot. Bullish CVD for spot trading, for spot. What do you mean? In the spot? Bullish CVD on the spot or for spot. We don't have any bullish ones, unfortunately. We don't have any bullish CVDs, unfortunately, here locally, which is not good. We would want to see bullish CVDs, but that is not happening at the moment. We might be building up some bullish CVDs, right? It might happen. We might get the pump and then get the pump and then get a dump here and form a lower low and a higher low. If that starts to form, guys, that will be looking pretty good. If that starts to form right now as we maintain above the value area high of this trading zone and we start building up some good momentum and bullish CVDs, then I would say this looks good, guys. We're going higher. But it's still too soon. We've only just got the drop to that level. Andy, would you consider a short after SFP from 58,500? I would consider it. Okay, I would consider a failed auction from this high, just because it's probably we would already have 5 peaks here. I would really prefer the breakout, but I would start considering a possible short here because we'll be forming 5 peaks already. It will not be easy. I'm aware of a movement up, pullback, and then price coming back up. It really depends on the microwaves that we do form here to the upside. This looks good. This looks good for the bounce, guys. Don't want to long it though. Don't want to long this scalp. That value area high is holding really nicely. I would consider it. I would consider it. Would consider the failed auction because we'll be forming 5 peaks. If we get a blast off, I would really remain patient. I'm not interested in a short in between this high and this high. If we get above it, I would really be interested in this high to be hit and then look for the short here. However, if we do pump here, pump, and then get the rejection, I would consider the short. I would say, okay, you know, maybe this was it. Maybe this was the 5 peaks, and then we get the leg down. We'll have to analyze the situation here, because if you do get that breakout and you retrace, usually the dump just happens very fast, but the ideal scenario would be a movement up, back test the level, bearish CVDs, get those higher highs on the CVDs, lower highs price action right there, higher highs, absolutely golden. This is the golden ticket, right? That's the ideal scenario to get into the trade. So would want to see that. Would want to see that eventually to get into that high probability setup. So gold is going wild. What is going on with gold? Who holds some physical gold, guys? Let me know in the comment section. I was just putting gold US dollar. Who holds gold? Gold is getting a beautiful pump today. My goodness. I bought some physical gold in 2019, guys. The first time I started learning technical analysis and trading in 2017. My journey starting technical analysis started here in 2017. And in 2019 was the first time, right, I was learning investment, trading, technical analysis. I got into crypto in 2018. So, just looking at everything. And the first time I bought physical gold was almost at the bottom here, right? It was just about when things started going crazy. Started learning investing and technical analysis in 2017. And in 2019, just round about 1,400, 300 an ounce dollars is where I started buying my first physical gold coins, right? Physical gold, basically. And it was a very good buy. It did get a bit of a return. I mean, gold is just to maintain the value of your fiat, right? And in this case, it was going up. So it was a very, very good buy indeed. Who holds any physical gold? It's always good to diversify. It's always good to have a bit of gold as well. I just learned about investment, and one of the first things that you learn when you're investing is diversify portfolio. And I just had a few stocks. I started in crypto in 2018, getting very into crypto, as in like really heavy. I'm just buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and altcoins. But just learning the diversification and bought some gold. Do you hold any gold? Gold banana zone. Gold at banana zone. Beautiful cup and handle structure here. I think gold is just looks like it wants to pop to get to the $3,000 level. Huh? Beautiful classic cup and handle, guys. Anybody that is not aware of this classic textbook technical analysis pattern, right? A cup and handle. It's like, what the heck is that? What the heck is a cup and handle? It's just a nice round formation, and you form a handle, a consolidation at the highs. It's a textbook cup and handle pattern that has formed on gold, and it does look like that it's going to go to the 3,000 an ounce in the next coming weeks or months. That is the projected target. This is looking at the weekly time frame, so it's probably going to take a few more months to get all the way up there, but it does have the projection with or without a corrective move. Gold is very bullish. It's just in a very, very heavy uptrend throughout the last few months. So, yeah. How long have you been YouTubing? In 2020? 2020, late 2020, when the bull market, when I was making a lot of money and I had time, is when I started YouTube. Because you need to have time, and you need to have, spare time to do it, right? So everything was starting to kick off in 2019 to 2020 regarding my trading and investments in 2020 after the C19 crash, right? After the C19 crash is when everything was like, boom. Trading was doing well, investments was doing well. And late 2020 is when I started YouTube, when, you make the money and you have time. It's like quit your 9 to 5. It's like you screw that 9 to 5. Trading is doing well. Investments are doing well. Let's start off YouTube, right? Also as a business, right? Not going to lie. But, it started in late 2020 when things were doing very well. Let's... Interest rate cut news is next week, September 18th. Yes, we do have interest rate cuts. That is going to be very interesting. There's a lot of mixed sentiment. A lot of people are bearish, recession. A lot of people are saying bullish. A lot of people are saying actually quite bullish. We do have here from Cointelegraph, the Fed is expecting to cut rates in a week, right? As you saying here in the comment section. Historically, this has been followed by market surges from Cointelegraph, and I'm like, hang on a second, we ain't looking at the same chart. Hang on, Cointelegraph. Without a doubt, it really depends how fast the money printer goes on. If it goes on very fast, yeah, it will be bullish, but we ain't taking a look at the same chart. Will we see the same pattern emerge this time? He's talking about 2020, right? Cointelegraph is talking about the interest rate cuts in 2020 that was followed by trillions of dollars of money printing. I ain't taking a look at the same chart. Okay? Stop giving hope and hopium here, because this is not the right chart to take a look at. This is the right chart to take a look at. Yeah. Cointelegraph is taking a look at this section right over here from 2020. And it's like, yeah, we had a mini recession of about 2 months. Money printer, interest rates went to zero. Basically. Money printer went on extremely aggressive, trillions of dollars pumping into the system. But like crazy, like never seen before. And of course, we're going to get a bull run. This time, I don't think we're going to see the same scenario, Cointelegraph. We need to print trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in the next coming months if you want to hope and believe that this is going to be the case. I'm very, very skeptical on this, guys. It's just, it's like, come on, hey. This is a big bunch of hopium. When we take a look at historical data throughout the last decade, not only 2020, which is you know, hey, not only 2020, take a look at the last few decades and see what happened when we cut rates 2008 to 2000, right? 1990, you know, bigger recessions as well. Also 1974 and 75. Cut rates, big recession. Cut rates, big recession. Cut rates, 2008, big recession. 2000 dot-com bubble. Cut rates, big recession. You're talking about this mini recession that happened, that we had an emergency to print trillions of dollars and interest rates just went to zero. And so much liquidity was pumped in late 2020 and early 2021. This is why inflation went like crazy. I don't think this is going to happen. We ain't going to see a massive amount. You know, we ain't going to see 10, 20 trillion dollars printed and pumped into the market. I don't think that's going to be the case. So this is why I would say that, you know, hey, you ain't taking a look at enough data here. You know, this is hopium. This is pure hopium that they will be pumping a lot of liquidity. We are getting the dump. We are not holding that value area high from this trading zone. It is dumping. What is happening here? Gold is pumping like crazy. Gold pumping, Bitcoin dumping. What is stock market doing? Stock market is dumping as well. Yeah, we just got the New York Open now as well, legends. New York Open. New York Open with the dump. Just a corrective move. It's a corrective. Like I mentioned, I don't like the long. I don't like the short. Shorts from here would have made sense just because of the double top scenario. It's finished business. I missed the short. I did not get into the short, but we got into the long. Got into the long yesterday. I mean, we could not call all of the different scenarios. I mean, this might bounce from here and not claim the low here just still, which is like too close from it. But yeah, happy that they made some really nice profits with the long. Missed the short at the moment. We're already dropping over $1,000 from today's highs. Missed out on the short. I really would have preferred a pump. And then, you know, one more high. I would have preferred one more high, being this high or even $59,000. But we already dumping that. There is a little bit of, it does make a little bit of sense, just because we finished business here from this high. But have to say, guys, that yeah, I was wrong on that pump up here to this zone for the moment. Could we form an ABC flat, or are we, yeah, I really don't like this area for a long position. I'm honest here. I really don't like this area. I don't like it. I don't like it for the long. In a falling knife, we need to see a bit of a range. Point of control of this area. I just don't like this. When we pump so fast as well with this, I just don't like this zone for any longs. It's just because we've finished business here. I don't like it. This could get very aggressive down. So yeah, no longs here. And shorts, I kind of feel like I missed the short, and I don't want to FOMO into a short here on the dump. We could definitely bounce, but would have wanted to take the short here from this SFP. But let me know if you are in the short. Why not, Andy? Why not short? Just say that I short here right now, okay? I short. I'm in a short right now, okay? Where's my stop loss? Where did I put my stop? Holy crap. The price is already going against me. What should I do? Should I put stop loss here at the high? Just imagine that I entered a short right now. Should I put stop loss here? I need to manage risk, so I need to know where to put the stop loss close to my entry. Not extremely close to get stopped out, but not too far away that I can lose significant amount of capital. So just for imagination, say that I put a stop loss here. Price is already going against me. Or should I short the lows here? Should I short the lows as a resistance and put stop loss above this high? I just don't like it. Don't like I don't like shorting here at the when we've already been dumping. Okay, so I want to be in shorts from higher. So the price is going against me if I would have entered a short here, and you want to get into the retracement eventually. So even here, these support levels of today, could I short here to follow this downtrend? No, not me anyway. Not me. Not me. Not me. Let's take a look at the previous day value levels. Let's take a look at previous day value levels. This is something that I was not paying attention to, which is eventually very important levels. Muy importante. It's the previous day value area high and the daily open that's actually getting this bounce right now. Daily open is getting the bounce. Today's open is exactly where we got this bounce of a couple of $100, right? Just a small little bounce reaction. And the previous day value area high. If we lose this level, then I would say it ain't looking good. I would be looking for lower levels, very likely. A lot of the times when you do lose the previous day value level, right? Many times when you have a previous day value area high and a previous day value area low, and you open above previous day value area high, and you break through previous day value area high, most of the times you do come down to the previous day value area low. So you get a large move down to fill the entire value area. We got a big value area here from yesterday. So a lot of the times it is a very strong sign of weakness, and that the price could move down to the previous day value area low. So would be looking at it a bit bearish here. Breaking this level. Small little bounce at the previous day point of control, without a doubt. That is a scenario, but would be expecting lower. For the moment, that previous day value area high and daily open holding quite nicely, getting a little bounce of a few $100. Yeah, my preferred scenario still would be this one. If we do maintain this low, are we getting a lot of shorts entering here? Let's take a look at the CVD. No, we're not, unfortunately. We ain't getting a huge amount of bearish CVDs, which is not good, no bueno. Yeah, we're actually getting longs entering here the last hour. Slightly more longs entering here on Bybit. So we want to see shorts entering. We want to see bearish CVD divergence. You want to see those CVDs going to much lower levels. But that is not the case. So I don't like this long. I don't like a long here. I don't like the short. It is holding here ever so slightly. Let's take a look at the VWAP. VWAP was broken. We are beneath the VWAP. Yes, I'm still gonna remain patient and believe that we could get one more pump. Guys, I would really want to see one more pump to the highs of $59,000. Purely based on what I explained at the beginning of the stream. And if we were to drop down from here, it's just not going to be easy. Well, it's just going to be looking very bearish. But I'm not a chaser, right? I don't like chasing here the drop. I really try and detect the tops or sign of weakness of the bears. And in this case, I don't want to short here as we're dropping down. It's just not my style to jump into a short. It is downtrending. It's looking a little bit weak. If we do lose the previous day value area high and the daily open, right? Let's see if we do have any previous week or previous month levels. It is strong support. We got previous week open and the previous month equilibrium as well. That is basically where we did get supported yesterday. Anybody that is not aware about these levels, well, obviously previous week open is exactly at 57,277. That's where we had last week where it opened. And the previous month equilibrium, which is the 50% from the entire move of last month. So, yeah. This is why we got the bounce. Equilibrium is very important, guys. It's a very good confluence level. It's just getting the 50% Fibonacci from the highs of previous month to the lows. And the 50% Fibonacci is your equilibrium. And when we do zoom in yesterday, we maintained as support very nicely from that previous month equilibrium. It's always a good level to add as confluence. That is where we had the previous week open. So held very nicely here after the breakout. That was what it was maintaining as support. And what we're holding today is that area, is the daily open. I mean, what we're holding right now in the short term is the daily open and previous day value area high. So I need to give the bulls a chance here. We need to give the bulls a chance. We are at support. So let's give them a chance. I don't want to short down here. I don't want to long purely based on we have claimed the highs. I longed yesterday already. That was the plan based on yesterday's stream. Hey guys, claim the low, get back above. We want to hit 58,200 no matter what. So it's just remain patient, right? For me, this is really a difficult zone. If we do get what I want, perfect. If we don't, I'll have to analyze this in between today and tomorrow. Where we at tomorrow? If we do drop, we just analyze the next level. I will miss the short. Guys. So, yeah. So I'm going to give the bulls a hope. I'm going to give the bulls a chance. Because what I want to see is this high taken or 59,000. And that is where I'm looking for the top to form. Either in a double top here, failed auction, right? Or get the push up to the naked point of control daily level, 59,100. That would be the ideal. We've got previous month close, which is slightly below 59K, which is also adding the confluence area. This should be the zone where the price tops out. Especially if we do take a look at the fifth wave target zone when we are speculating on this, right, throughout the last few days. Let me just get some stuff off the chart here. Especially when we take a look at the speculation of the fifth wave. We should most commonly, because fifth wave can create double tops, which are rare, getting such a small move to the upside in this kind of wave formation. I do think that an expanding diagonal is very much possible, kind of a broadening wedge. It looks like it could be possible. It could be possible. We're not forming bullish CVDs here, even though we are at support. If we were to form incredible bullish CVD divergence, it would be a very good level from this pivot, right? If we would have formed incredible lower lows on the CVD, right, and higher lows here, then I would say, guys, we're at daily open, we're at previous day value area high, we're forming insane selling pressure here on a lot of the exchanges. Then I would say it looks very good. Stop loss beneath the low. And even though it could bounce without the bullish CVDs, but I just don't like it, guys. I'm going to wait for my plan. Long trade from yesterday played out very nicely after claiming the low. Hey, look, stopped out from this break-even zone. We moved down. If we reclaim, it's a bounce of $2,000. It's a move of $2,000, right? I'm sorry for not giving you something. But it is clear, guys. I mean, let's just wait, right? You might think you're wrong. You're moving down. Then if we do get the leg up here, and then we reject, I'll be coming on tomorrow's stream and say, guys, it happened. It happened, right? We finally got the leg up. And if we do reject either from this level or a double top from here, and then we get the pullback down to these lows, we'll come up on tomorrow's stream, guys, to say, guys, it happened. But if we do drop down from here, I have to say that it's for me, it's not a good short here. It doesn't make sense. We should be creating another peak either here or here. It's just, yeah, it just does not make sense for the price to roll down from this area. Should be getting one more leg up. Let's see what happens. New York dump week. Yeah, New York open. We've got a dump and getting a bit of a pump right now. A lot of the times it reverses, guys. You know, you get the New York open dumping, then you get a V shape. You get a pump and then you get a dump, right? They like to do that many times. It opens and it goes on one direction, and just after 30 minutes, it gets the full reversal, right? It's been happening a lot lately. It happens a lot lately. You get the fake move the first 30 minutes and then it fully reverses, right? They like to play around. Andy, question on that indicator of moon phases. Does that work? Wow, you need to ask 𝗕𝗏𝗍. I'm not sure if he's here somewhere in the comment section, but I can see Mariella, Aditya. 𝗕𝗏𝗍, my man, getting the bounce at the 382 from the fib retracement. Getting the bounce at the 382 from this pivot low to the pivot high. Getting the bounce from, yeah, and it's also the daily open and a bit of an aggressive long. But it is getting the bounce from the 382, the daily open, the previous day value area high. You know, it's aggressive. It is aggressive. It is a bit aggressive for me for a long there. But it's holding. It is holding. It would be a very aggressive move. I would be pretty ambitious on a long trade here, as in stop loss at the lows, but I would be targeting the highs here, right? And I would be very defensive. I would be putting my stop loss close to break even here, just because, you know, it's moving against us. But it is at very strong support, and we are hitting the 382. Anyway, about the moon phases. Somebody asking about the moon phases here. Let's go right away and take a look at moon phases on the Coinbase or Bitstamp chart. It doesn't really matter. Or even Bybit. Let's just clear the chart here 1 second and talk about the moon phases. 𝗕𝗏𝗍 is an expert on moon phases. Full moon means, I mean, it has been throughout the last few months. It doesn't always happen. Of course, we did see a full moon. I'm not sure if it was last month or the previous month, but it did not pump, right? Full moon phases, right? Moon phases. Of course, throughout the last couple of years, throughout the last year and a half, full moons have been bringing the bottom formation, right? The price has pumped after a full moon, right? Throughout the last 12 months, right? You got the corrective move, sideways, full moon, boom. Corrective move, full moon, boom, right? This one, no. This one, kind of yes. It did end up pumping till you, got the no full moon. And then this is the one that did not play out, right? I think this was kind of the one that it got a little bounce, but then it overall dropped very aggressively. You got one right over here, kind of, yes. I don't know. It's just one here got a bit of a leg up, but then down. Looks pretty simple, right? When you're in a very strong bull market, full moons are going to move in your advantage. When you are downtrending for the last few months, yeah, be careful with full moons, right? Some will probably not play out as you expect because you're downtrending, basically, right? It's just I personally think that you cannot trade based on this, right? You cannot find a successful strategy, but it kind of helps you and gives you a little bit of hopium to say, guys, we've got a full moon, let's pump, right? It's just to give you a bit of hopium, but there's just no real strategy behind this. Obviously, in a bull market and a very strong uptrend, yeah, maybe full moon is going to be bullish, right? I don't know. So, yeah. You could say they are alternate random between equal periods of time. Yes. Summer moons are weak. Need full harvest moons to bring the real SHIT. It also at the 1.618 fib retracement. Let's see. It's also at the 1.618 retracement. I like it, 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽. I like it. I tell you what, if we do, like you said here, 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽, we are at the 1.618 retracement here. That could be a third wave, or it could be an extension C wave, right? Could it be an extension C wave? What will be looking quite good is a reclaim from today's lows of this range, right? Because if you're looking at this as an impulsive move down, you really don't want to overlap this zone. So getting back above these lows, and you kind of already hitting it. I think it does have a chance. Yeah, potentially a reclaim of these levels is going to be quite bullish. You would be expecting a pump back up to the highs. And yeah, as mentioned on the live stream, it does look like it could be more of an expanding, if anything, more of an expanding diagonal. I mean, it cannot be contracting really anymore. Because yeah, basically, yeah, it's not. It has to be an expanding, which is definitely possible. Then we form 5 waves. Then I'm interested potentially in that move, right? Like I'm gonna follow the strategy, guys. I'm gonna follow what I'm looking for, and let's see if it does play out. If we do break out through those levels mentioned, right? If we do get the pump and we blast off, there's no short to be taken. We need to react to those levels mentioned on the stream so I can get into a setup with good risk management. Put stop above the highs after the reaction. So just have to remain patient till we hit those levels. Yeah, the moon phases works very well in a trending market. Not so much in a range, as 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽's saying. Full moon means you better be nice with your girlfriend. Oh, okay. Right. Legends, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for joining today's live stream. Stay safe with your trading. Remember, we have the Legends trading community where me and 𝗕𝗏𝘆𝗽 post every single day, looking at the scenarios, looking at the different setups. We did go in detail through this scenario right over here. Look for the reclaim of the low. Then this played out very, very nicely in the end, legends. Very, very nicely profited from that movement. Guys, thank you very much for joining. I will see you in the next one.